Alright everyone, welcome to this training video. In this video I'm going to be walking you through how to set up a follow-up campaign, an automated callback campaign actually, inside of your call text account. I'm going to take you through all the different steps you need to go through in order to get to the finalized callback campaign. Okay, so right now we're in the dashboard section. There is going to be a few different things that we're going to need to get in place in order for this automated callback campaign to actually work. Number one is going to be setting up your custom contact fields. Number two is going to be setting up your tags. Three is going to be setting up the templates. Four is going to be setting up the calendar. And then the last one will be setting up the campaign itself. Okay, so here we are in the contacts. This is going to be the first step that we go through. And in order to set up your custom fields, what you need to do is you need to go inside of a contact record. It doesn't matter which one. You can go in any one of your contact records. And what you're going to do is you're going to edit that contact. And when you edit it, it's going to open up a single contact page. Okay, and when that opens up, you're going to see red tab, or you're going to see tabs at the top, and they're all going to be inside of a red bar. So right here is that red bar. Okay, so we have the general campaigns, calendar, communication, notes, and files. These are the default tabs when you create your account. What you're going to do is you're going to want to click on the plus button. That's what's going to allow you to create a new tab. Okay, and what we're going to do is we're going to call this one property information. Okay, and then we're going to delete that group name and we're going to name that property address. And next we're going to start building out our fields. Okay, so we're going to name this field property street. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and highlight, copy this. I'm going to name the name the same as the title. So I'm going to paste that. And then I'm going to have it set as a text field. Okay, so I'm going to hit save. And then we're going to add 1, 2, 3. So we have the street, city, state, and we're going to add zip code. Okay, so we're going to get this information all set up. So I'm going to paste this and I'm going to name this one city. Copy that, paste that, save. Then we go to the next one. And we're going to name this one state. Oops. Okay, and then the last one's going to be the zip code. All right. Okay, awesome. So now we just created our custom fields. And for those of you that already have your list, the reason why I went over this is because now you're going to be able to, once you set those fields up, you'll be able to import your list if you want to actually put your entire list inside of a callback campaign or any other campaign for that matter. Okay, so now we have our custom fields set up. The next thing we're going to go and do is we're going to go ahead and create a tag. This is going to be the tag that starts the campaign. Okay, for those of you that don't know what tags do inside of our system, they do two different things. Number one is going to be starting campaigns. Okay, tags are the main item that we use to start our follow-up campaigns. All of our automated workflows are activated by tag applications. Okay, so whenever a tag is applied, you can choose to start a campaign. The second thing that they're used for is going to be for data and tracking. Okay, so for those of you that do direct mail, you are going to want to watch the video on how to set up a virtual number because with the tag you'll be able to track to see how many contacts a certain number is generating. Okay, so anyways, we're going to go over here and we're going to create a tag. All right, and we're going to create the tag to start our callback campaign. And inside of the Alex system, the way that we created it was the name of the tag that starts the campaign is Alex callback campaign. Okay, so whenever this tag is applied, it starts our callback campaign. All right, we don't have to do any of these other settings, so I'm going to go ahead and hit submit. So now we have our tag set up. The next step is going to be going to our calendar page and creating a new calendar. Okay, and the way you do that is you click over here in this little gear icon section or button and you click add calendar. and we're gonna name this one callback calendar, okay? Because what we're gonna do is we're gonna set it up so that all our callback tasks show up on this one calendar. All right. So now we have our callback calendar. The next step is going to be setting up our templates. So what we're going to do is we're going to come over here to add template, and we're going to choose to create a call template. All right, a call template is going to be a template that campaigns can use to add events onto our calendar. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and create this template. I'm going to name this one callback campaign day 1. Okay, so this is going to be the day 1 task. We're going to select the number we want it to come from, so I'll just select this main number, and I'm going to hit submit. Oh, sorry. We're going to do callback seller lead. Okay, so we're going to put our agenda and we're going to hit submit. Okay, so now that template is created, we created our calendar that we want the template to go on. We created the tag that we want to start the campaign. The last step is going to be setting up the campaign. So I'm going to go and click on Add Campaign, and I'm going to name this campaign Alex Callback Campaign. It's going to be similar to the tag name, so I'm going to copy that, and I'm going to come over here and I'm going to name the campaign Alex Callback Campaign. We can choose to assign the task to ourselves or our agents. I'm going to leave that do not apply for now in this video, but if you want to assign your callback tasks to any of your assistants or employees, and they are an agent inside of your account, what you would do is you would click on this section right here and then choose the agent that you want to assign it to. So for example, I have an agent named Test. If I wanted to assign it to my agent, I would do Test. Okay. We can ignore the description. The virtual number, I'm going to keep it as the main number. Okay, this is going to be the number that you use to call from. We could choose the email we wanted to. Okay, you could choose, if you were to add emails inside of this campaign, you would choose what email you wanted to send from. And then right here is the important one, this is the tag section. We are going to choose the tag we want to use to start this campaign. Okay, so again, I created that Alex callback campaign tag. That's the tag I want to use to start this campaign. Okay, and then we also have the option to remove tags if we wanted to. We can leave this blank for this specific campaign, and then allow repeat. We're going to leave it as no, because if they end up calling back a second time, we don't want the system to you know duplicate all the tasks for us. Okay, so this is all set up. These settings are set up. The next thing is that we're going to do is actually choose the items that we want the campaign to set up for us. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come over to the select template, and I'm going to select that call template that I created. Okay, this is that call back campaign day 1 template. Right here is very important. We're going to choose which calendar we want that event to go onto. Okay, so that's why we created that calendar. I'm going to have it put this event on the callback calendar, and then next we're going to delay the amount of time we want to happen before the campaign actually creates that event for us. Okay, so I'm telling the system that after the tag is applied, I want you to wait 1 minute before you apply or before you create this task for me. Okay, and the reason why I choose 1 minute is because 1 minute is the least amount of time you can choose before the first item is activated. Okay, if you wanted to have it do it a day later, you could do delay 1 and then select day, but for this campaign we're going to do 1 minute. Okay, and that's really how you set it up. Obviously, if you're going to be following along with the callback campaign that the Academy teaches, you would go in and you would set up for day 1, day 2, day 3, day 5, and day 7. Okay, and then in order to do that, what you would do is you would go and you would create, the callback day 2, day 3, day 4, day 5, and day 7 templates, and then you would just add a second and third item. Okay, so we would delay this one 1 day, Now this is assuming I had already created all the templates and this one was the day 2 and then so on. Okay, again we would select the day 3, choose the calendar to be the callback calendar and then delay it a day as well. Okay, and then you would just continue doing that. Right, and so after you're done setting up all the items, you would go ahead and hit submit. And then the last step we want to do is we want to actually go to our virtual numbers and we're going to change the settings so that as soon as someone calls our one of our numbers, so this could be your website number, your direct mail number, any of your postcard yellow letter numbers. If someone calls that number, what we're going to do is we're going to have the system tag them with that callback tag so that it can automatically create the task for us. Okay, so a big part of the program, a big part of Calltex is automation, and we want to make sure that we set everything up so that it is as automated as possible so that it makes business and life easier for you. So I'd hit submit, and now if we want to run a test, what I can do is come over to this contact. Normally the way that the tag would be applied is by them calling that phone number, but I'm going to go ahead and do this manually. So I'm going to come over to this contact. Okay. Now this is how you guys can set it up manually. If you have a contact that you want to put into a callback campaign and you want to do it without having them have to call the number, what you would do is you would edit that contact, scroll all the way to the bottom, hit select tags, and then you would click select tags, and then you would select that tag right there, Alex callback campaign. Now I'm going to hit save. Okay, and so what's happening now is the system, it recognized that you applied that tag to that contact, and if we were to come back over to our calendar, let me go ahead and hit refresh and wait for the calendar to load. And right now when it loads, you'll notice that the event isn't actually on this calendar right here. Today's the 12th, and that's because we need to go and select our callback calendar. And now you can see I set up 3 days inside of that campaign, and it added those 3 days onto my calendar. All right, so that's how you set up an automatic automated callback campaign. Again, you need to remember you need to set up your tags. You need to create your templates. You're going to create a new calendar. This is to stay organized. Okay, that's how we actually built the Alex call center inside of Calltex. We created calendars for every different type of calls that they need to make. So they have their own callback calendar. So you would want to go in and set up your own callback calendar inside of your account. And then after you do that, you would create the campaign itself, set which tags you want it to apply, and then the final step would be to go to your virtual numbers and have it apply that tag for you so that callback campaign can be done on autopilot. Okay, so there you have it. That is how you set up your automated callback campaign.